The Tonight Show, and we'll give you the correct answer to our Speed Trivia Challenge. All right, Jeff, you're going to get up that chat on the speedtv.com website here because we got a main event coming up. And can anybody beat James Stewart? And look who is right next to him.
That's a challenge. Throwing down the gauntlet right now. I'm going to start right next to you, and I'm going to show you that I can beat you the first turn.
They are some of the best riders in the world. Josh Grant, who won the season opener in Anaheim. James Stewart, 6 in a row. Going for his second championship. Davey Millsaps won this race just a year ago, the Honda rider. Feeling some good momentum here. Brian Villapoto, the fast up-and-comer, looking for his career first Supercross win. And Chad Reed, the two-time champ, the reigning champ, won his heat. Can he win his first main? We'll have it when we come back. Atlanta, Georgia, the Peach State. Tonight, it's the home of Monster Energy AMA Supercross and FIM World Championship. A lot of good race fans here in the Atlanta area. They get a wide variety of racing down here between NASCAR, the NHRA, AMA Superbike, and lots of great road racing. But tonight, it's all about Supercross. Let's check in with Aaron Bates for Progressive Pre-Race Report.
The number 29 of Andrew Short might be quiet and reserved off the track, but he's definitely aggressive while on the track. He's got himself 2 podium finishes so far this season, but he said this is where you really want to keep your eye out for Andrew Short, is when he really turns it on. He's switched up his training program this season with Jeff Spencer, and he's got some reserves left in the tank. He said at this point of the season, riders start to burn out, but this is where Andrew Short says he's going to be digging extremely deep.
Well, he could be a player. Of course, a lot's going to happen between these two. And look at the difference here, Jeff. Stewart kind of up, looking out, and look at Reed, just how he was before the start of the heat. And then look at the difference between where they've been at the average position at the end of lap 1.
Yeah, this has been the difference here, this 5.43 for Reed, but he showed some excellent technique in his heat race. He's lined up just to the inside of James Stewart. That's exactly where I would want to be, because if you control the inside, you control the first turn.
20 riders will be in the gate for 20 laps. Reed and Stewart, the 2 heat race winners. Charles Summey took the checkered flag in the LCQ. But Stewart, fastest qualified, of course, Davey Millsaps, last year's winner here. The thing about Stewart, Jeff, he had a crash earlier today in the sand section. But when he stays upright in a main event, he's unbeatable, literally.
Literally.
100%.
So let's see. Well, we're missing a rider.
There he is. Millsaps next to Villapoto and Tedesco. Hustling to get ready.
Gets that bike fired up. Might have just had to adjust something in his boot or something like that. And, you know, now he's back on the bike. This is it. Stewart, Reed, they all go through their pre-race rituals. Chad Reed always does the same thing, claps his hand. James Stewart always throws his right hand up. I had my ritual, and this is where the funnel starts. You start to focus your funnel down to the drop of the gate. Here we go.
It's all about the start. Oh, Josh Hill gets bogged out of the gate. Who's going to get the start?
Number 7, James Stewart.
Of course, he's going to get the whole shot. Michael Lessie trying to come along with him. Brock Hepler on that number 60 Yamaha. Where's Reed? He's about 8 positions back. You can see him buried in the pack. A terrible start for him. Not what he was looking for.
Villapoto in 3rd. Grant running 5th. Then Millsaps, and then our reigning champ, Chad Reed.
Here comes Villapoto trying to find his way around Brock Hepler. Remember, Hepler made his return to the series a week ago in San Diego, crashed hard. Here comes Villapoto trying to get to the inside. Gets the door shut on him.
How about James Stewart? So focused out front. Now to start once again.
Boy, Villapoto's trying to get around Hepler as quick as he can. To the inside, could that be where he needs it? No, gets bogged down again. And all of that time, he's struggling to get around Hepler. Gapping the field is James Stewart.
Hepler, what a great start here, coming back after that frustrating crash last week in San Diego. Let's see if he can hold on for a full 20 laps.
Jeff, Chad Reed is up to 4th. You're going to see him right behind Villapoto. There he is. He's got Millsaps and Alessi and Short chasing him. There's the Australian, the two-time champion, Chad Reed. And Millsap's looking pretty strong, too. Davey late to the line, but quick out of the gate.
Well, Davey Millsap's a Georgia native. You know, he wants to do good in front of all the family and friends that are here. All the friends that he grew up racing with. The Chad Reed really showing us a sense of urgency. Reed to the outside, Millsap to the inside.
Oh,
boy, almost touched.
And almost cost him, too. How stunned are you in the fact that Villapoto has not disposed of Hepler yet?
Well, Hepler shows some serious speed. I mean, he's a very talented rider. What is going to come into play here later on is his endurance as we get deeper into into the laps here, because Hepler hasn't been racing, and it's very tough to come back and to have your stamina out for the 20-lap mains. Even though you can practice it at home, you just can't. It just is not the same as being out there racing because of the intensity. But look how close they are to James Stewart. Hepler's right there.
Yeah, he's only 1.8 seconds back.
3 laps in.
Yeah, it just dropped to 2.2, but that's still very impressive. We saw Stewart win his heat race by 11 seconds.
Well, right now, this is going to be a difficult track. It's starting to deteriorate. The whoops and the rhythm sections, which are so tricky, that's where they start to get rutted. See Chad Reed nailing the triple in the middle of this rhythm. But Chad Reed really excels through the whoops. This is where he has to pour it on and try to find a line past Villapoto.
Reed closing in on Villapoto. Here he comes through the rhythm section. He's side by side, bar to bar with the number 2. Can he get him in the corner? No, but he gets a good drive off of it. Flies through the air over the big triple jump into the sand section. Gets bogged down there as they come over the Dragon's back. Boy, he made a great run through the rhythm section, and the sand just killed his momentum.
Well, he tried a new line, and oh, he almost stalled it. Reed almost goes down. That allows Davey Millsaps to apply some pressure. That is not what Chad Reed needs if he wants to retain the points lead leading Atlanta. He needs first place. He needs to get past Stewart.
Chad Reed said he loves racing in these football stadiums because those 180 corners, and he's right in the middle of the battle for a podium spot. There are really 3 riders fighting over second place, which is held by Brock Hepler on that number 60 Yamaha right now. Ryan Villapoto chasing him on the Kawasaki, and you can almost include Davey Millsaps on the Honda in that fight. The problem for Reed when it comes to battling for second is that's what it seems to be that he's doing every week. He's been second every race, but the first one where he finished 3rd behind Josh Grant, the race winner.
Well, and he was running second when he went down, when he hit the back of Stewart there, and both riders went down. But very impressive ride here for Brock Hepler. Great ride also for Villapoto. As we're on the 6th lap of 20 here, and they're turning some impressive lap times. Stewart last time around was a 48.3. Hepler just second off.
Boy, Villapoto really closed in through the whoops that time. Maybe we're starting to see that endurance level closing in for Hepler, because here comes Villapoto charging hard.
Well, see, Villapoto couldn't do that on-off. That's going to allow Reed actually to close right up on the back. You see, this time Reed just follows right in line, just gets a mouthful of that sand, but he doesn't lose much time as when he tried to. Oh, and Reed almost jumps off the side of the finish line jump. So close. If he gets the back tire up on that tough block and it goes to the left, Reed is down.
That would have been devastating towards his championship hopes. Villapoto trying to fight his way through, trying to get around Brock Hepler. Let's come back and watch what happened to Reed here, Jeff, and how close he came to a total disaster.
And he was just out of the top of our screen real time, but watch here. Yellow biker number 1, he jumps. You see him put his right foot up because he knows he's too far to the right. Wow. I'm telling you, Ralph, that was so close. I mean, a millimeter to the left, and the rear wheel would have kicked out. Could have been disastrous for this night and possibly the championship, but got a little lucky right then. That's what Chad Reed has needed all throughout this championship, was to be a little luckier than what he's been. He's been solid.